Say hello to my double chin. Say hello to my arm. Say hello to my chin. Say hello to my belly. Let's do a twirl. Say hello to my, oh, look at this. Say hello to my love rose. Say hello to everything. You better enjoy it while it lasts, because I tell you, it will not last. I am gonna find a way to lose this weight. This used to be, honest to God, I might have a photo, I'll be able to flash it. This shirt used to be kind of loose on me because my chest, I have like no muscles, even though I tried building muscle and I failed. I used to have to just go flat here. Now it's just like, you wanna see what's in the background? You guys are like, what's that? What's this, you ask? Oh, just some snacks. Oh my God, I love this stuff. And everyone's gonna say, oh, this is what you made gain weight. But here's the thing, listen. That's not the case, because literally I've been eating that stuff for like 3 months straight, and I've looked and weighed the same. It's just this week. I don't know if it's stress levels because of the thing between me and Orlin. You know, stress. Maybe it's just all maybe this is all water weight. I'm holding on to water weight because of my stress. You know, going to get married and going back home and I don't. This is, oh, say hello to my double chin. Say hello to my double chin. Arms. Oh, I think it's water. I don't know. I don't know. I have like very little, some people, they hold, like for me, for example, when I eat a lot of salt, I hold on to a lot of water weight, okay? But yesterday, I didn't really eat much salt. Yesterday, I just ate a lot of fiber and plants and everything. You know, to balance out the fact that I had, McDonald's and grilled cheese 2 days ago on the same day. So it's not that. It can't be that, because it doesn't happen overnight. You don't gain weight over. I feel like there is a medical mystery going on. There is something chemically imbalanced in me. I should probably go get my thyroid checked. This just came out of nowhere. And I know I've showed my arm before, but this is just unacceptable. So, say hello to my double chin. Say hello to my double chin. In all seriousness, I want to talk to you guys from the heart, though. In society, you know, you look at people who are overweight and you're supposed to be like, ew, ooh, that's something wrong with them. They're bad. Oh, they have no control. Oh, they have no, oh, they're sick. Oh, they must smell. You know, there's all these stigma, all this stuff about overweight people. Yet, what do they say in there? I'm American, you guys. And what do they say about Americans? Was it like 70% of Americans are classified as overweight? 70? When that includes the obese category and the overweight category, you're lumped together. 70% of the country is not like an ideal body image. But here's my journey, here's my story. I tried to get in, I had what a lot of people said was an ideal body image. Oh man, everyone was like, I ate like an ideal diet according to a certain group of people. And you know what? At what cost did I have that ideal body weight? At what cost did I do to my brain? At what cost, you know, being skinny does not mean you're healthy either. You know, you can be skinny, but you can have paper thin skin. You could have premature wrinkles. You could be aging. I know some people who look like they're 50 and they're only 30. Or they're 25 and they look 35, you know? Or their hair is just like, you know, I'm lucky my hair didn't come out. But even with some women, their hair is thinning and thin. Like, at what cost do you stay thin? At what cost? Okay? I've been overweight before in my life. For, you know, a chunk of it. And like really, really large was in 2012, 2011, something like that. And it was the same thing that brought it around. You know, I really just feel like this is water weight. It has to be. There's no way that I gained this weight overnight. You don't. And people would be like, oh, well, you've been eating this stuff for 3 months. But it's like, but you would have seen like gradual. It's just like this past 2 weeks. Go to a video from 3 or 4 weeks ago. I don't look anything like this, okay? And if you're new to my channel, I do eating shows, right? Where I eat. And I spend time with you. And I just open up about my life. And it's like sitting down and chit-chatting with a friend. And I talk about anything. I talk about my struggles. I talk about the good and the bad. I talk about my mistakes. I cry in half my mukbangs because I'm so apologetic. Or no, I'm just really emotional. I cry happy tears too. I talk about life. I get excited. It's just a celebration over food and being alive. Doesn't that sound fun? Yeah, that's what I do. So if you're new to my channel, that's what I do. So my whole everything is focused around food. And this is going to be difficult to, how do I, wiggle myself out of here like a little worm going outside of an apple? I got in the apple and I get out. Why would a worm leave the apple? Unlimited food, hello. That we are biologically designed to just eat, and reproduce. That's all biology says. That's the purpose of life. To eat, to grow, and make more. That's, So luckily, I've never had an eating disorder. I've never had like a really, really bad relationship with food. A lot of people, a lot of professionals, medical professionals, dietitians, or just you guys watching YouTube, you might say I had a bad relationship with food because I was vegan and I was like afraid of this and afraid of that, and oh, I don't eat butter. Oh my God, that has a drop of gelatin. No. Everyone says, yeah, that's psychologically unhealthy. But I don't feel, I just did it because I did it, and I thought I wasn't like afraid of eating other food groups. It was just like, I just didn't want to, I don't feel like it was really, a mental disorder. I don't know what to do, my double chin. Okay, so here's the thing too. I also have a receding bone line. Okay, I'm gonna turn my head up. Here, let's go like this. This is my side profile, right? Is this in focus? I don't even know. And under my nose, this part up here should be at the same level as down here. This should be at the same, it should be like a straight line, okay? The bone should be kind of even. However, my face, it's receding. I have a receding bone line. The bone goes in, okay? I don't know if it's hard to see. It's like, what's her face? Do you guys know Orange is the New Black? What was that pretty girl security guard? The one that kind of liked the boss? You know who I'm talking about? She had like big eyes. She had a cute little face. She has the same thing I have. Her chin, there's no chin. Orland calls me Miss Booty No Chin to be funny. He's like, hey, Miss Booty No Chin. Because it kind of looks like a little booty. Well, now it doesn't because it's full of fluid and fat. But usually it's just like a little booty. But there's no chin, seriously. So let's pull this back. We're gonna pull this back, okay? This should, my chin should be like this. That's when it's even, where it goes like this. So no matter what weight I am, I always have a double chin. If you guys go back to my first mukbangs when I was, not this large and in charge, I still have a double chin, but I don't have this. I don't have this. And I don't have this. Ooh. The double chin's there. It's not as big. I will always have. So, Orland said, maybe we can use our savings to get you chin surgery. You guys, first of all, I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, it sounds nice because it's like a quick fix. Ain't nobody got time to be waiting till the bone is not going to grow. The bone is never going to change, ever. So that sounds really nice, but it's expensive, number one. Number two, I'm going to have to keep on saving. And we're saving for like realistic things, like paying our bills. We both are in debt. We both have expenses, a lot of expenses. We have rent, we have to pay for the car, we have to pay for the internet here is so ridiculous. We're like anyone else. We are no different than anyone else in the world. We all have bills to pay. We all have to. So throwing the money away on this, just, I don't know. But it's still really tempting. Oh my gosh. My ex-boyfriend told me that, when he saved enough money, he was going to fix it for me because he didn't like it. He's like, he would be like, girl, you got no chin. You got no chin. Or we'll be driving in the car, and when you're facing forward, looking outside the window. Looking outside the window, okay, you're the driver, we're looking outside the window, and he'll turn, He'll be like, you have no chin. We got to fix that. So we were going to fix it. I was going to save money to fix it. To get like an implant or put something in here so that, look at the difference. This is me resting. I know it's hard to tell the difference, but the same thing happened when there wasn't all this stuff around me. Once you start picking at one part of your body, you know, I'm basically saying I don't accept this. I don't accept how God made me. Once you start picking at that, you're just gonna start well, you know what? I don't like this either. Let's fix that. Or, you know, let's get some booty implants. Let's get some booty implants because God didn't give me the nicest, curviest booty. Let's fix my knee. My knee has a little bump. I don't know. You get hair transplants. Oh, then I want Botox. I really, even in my show, when I do my eating shows, I really talk about accepting yourself and be like, this is how I am. This is how God made me. Or even, you know, God didn't make me overweight, but it's still me. I'm still a human being. I'm still alive. I still have a soul. It's still like my body, you know? That's why, you know, there's such big debate over in the internet, well, outside the internet too, in the real world, about body acceptance. You know, overweight people saying, you know, you should accept us, and underweight or physically fit or regular weight, I don't know what you want to call them, say, no, that's unacceptable because being overweight means you're healthy. But being underweight means you're unhealthy too, girlfriend. Eating bananas and mangoes means you're unhealthy too, girlfriend. That's what I did. You might be thin, but your brain is shrinking. You are mentally not right. Your bones, your teeth, okay? You know, I'm thinking of the whole, like, your hair, your muscle atrophy, you know, at what cost do you stay thin? So people, it's more noticeable when you're overweight. Ooh, wow, his chin comes out to here. It's bad. But it's not as noticeable if you're underweight. Well, no, that's not true. I'm thinking of some people, you know, they're skinny, they're thin, they're fit, but their hair is a mess, their teeth are a mess, their muscles are shrinking, and they're crazy. Their brains, you know, everyone can think of. So I'm just putting that out there to play devil's advocate. I'm just putting that out there to let you know that life is a spectrum. You can't just say all overweight people are unhealthy, and if you're not overweight, then you're healthy. You can't say it's not black and white. There are people who are overweight physically that are probably healthier than some underweight or even normal weight people. You know, it's just fat. It's just fat. It's not a reflection of your organs. It's not a reflection of your arteries. It's not a reflection of your mind. It's not a reflection of a lot of things. Your muscles. Actually, I remember Orland told me they did this one study of overweight people, and it showed that they had stronger leg muscles than like the average runner or the average squatter, because just keeping themselves up required a lot of strength. They had sturdier, stronger, better muscles than not overweight people who were working out. Isn't that interesting? And it makes sense. So you don't know what's going on the inside. So I really put that out there just to... Back in the day, I would have disagreed with the whole body acceptance thing. And you're probably going to say, well, of course you're going to say it now because you're overweight yourself. No, that's not true. Because 2 months ago, when I didn't look like this, I also thought this as well. It's like, you can't just shame someone because of their body size. That's not a reflection of their character. That's not a reflection of their health necessarily. That's not a reflection of many things. And as I say, that's what I'm putting out there. Being underweight, being average weight, not being overweight doesn't mean you're healthy either. Okay. And this is why I'm really confused too, because I want to eat a way that is good for my brain and my body. I felt like I ate in a way that was, for the most part, pretty good for my body, except for building muscle. That was not a thing for me. And I feel like I've also eaten in a way that was good for my brain. I've eaten in a way that really stimulated my brain and made me think faster, made me concentrate better, made me just sharper. And I didn't have blood sugar drops or blood pressure drops or intense cravings for food every 2 or 3 hours. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. But what's that beautiful, you know, what's that beautiful mixture of both that's good for your brain and your body? I don't know. And I feel like there is never ever going to be a perfect human diet. Why do so many people still fight over diet? You have all these doctors promoting low carb. Well, they all still disagree with each other. The high carb niche, all the doctors, they disagree on this, on the amount of fat, on the amount of protein. Where do you get calcium? Where do you get... Your head goes in circles. I believe there's not going to be a perfect diet. We're humans, we would have found it by now. And I don't think we ever will no, and I don't think we ever will find it. I mean, just look at animals in the wild. Yeah, they have a diet that they're designed to eat, but they still get cancer. They still get disease. They still get viruses. They still die prematurely. They still get eaten by other animals. Everyone suffers. They're still suffering just like us. You know? It's still just living. So I don't know what I'm really saying in this video. Well, first, I just want you to say hi to my double chin. Maybe I'll call this hi for my double chin. I don't know. Something about my double chin. Because I don't know what to do about the double chin. Should I get implants? Should I get surgery? How do I lose the weight? And I want your help. I don't have a lot of money to just be hopping from one doctor to another doctor to another doctor. And they're all going to tell me something different. That's the frustrating thing. Medicine is a mystery. My mom is a nurse and she says medicine is a mystery. Science is still not concrete. It's only a fact until you prove it wrong, which has happened in many, 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 many situations. It will always happen because we're always learning and discovering new things. So I just need some opinions. So if you don't mind just telling me, I don't know. I'm going to do a lot of research on the internet, but the internet's a scary place too because it's full of... I can find a diet off Twinkies, and I guarantee I can find 100 people in the world that say, you know, this is better than this diet for X, Y, and Z. Literally, any little diet, exercise, lifestyle you can think of, it's out there, it's being promoted, it has the self-proclaimed experts, and it has science to back it up. There's science to back up every little thing. That's the confusing part. Everything, there's science to back up. Because it's not concrete. There's science to back up black holes, but it's still a theory. There's science to back up the importance of vaccines. You know, there's science to back up, you know, let's say chemotherapy to help with cancer. But there's also science to say, no, it's wrong, it's dangerous. How do you get two polar opposite outcomes? Because that's how non-concrete, you know? We have one idea, chemotherapy, and you have all these various angles of it. It's poison, it saves you, it's good in this way, it's bad in that way. Here are the pros, here are the cons. The pros outweigh the cons outweigh the good. It's just like diet, it's the same exact thing. So that's what's very confusing about the internet. Oh my gosh, my life. What is my life? Do you know what my life is? I don't know what my life is. Well, it's a beautiful day. It rained a lot yesterday, so I'm proud about it. I'm going to go for a walk. Here's the thing, too. I haven't been on the bike this week because ever since I got that flu virus, which was right around the time I also over-exercised on the bike and I was shaking, which was right around the time that the whole thing with Orlin happened. I think this is just my body not knowing how to live. I'm hoping, I'm praying that this is just water weight. That this is water weight and it comes off in like a week of just not being so stressed. Because stress is our number one killer. That's not our number one killer. Chips, no. Our number one killer is stress. There are people that eat, you know, junk food all the time and like have healthier blood tests and live longer than some people who are always stressing over everything and eating like a better diet than them. Stress, just Google it. But guess what? It's not concrete. You'll find other evidence to say that's wrong. That's the crazy thing about science. That's the crazy thing about diet. That's the crazy thing about living. You don't know what to do with your life. You don't know how to be. Why does this world have to be so confusing? Why does this world have to be this way? I don't know if you believe in God. I don't know if you believe in aliens. I don't know if, you know, people think we're here because of aliens. I do. Well, no, I believe in God too. I don't know. But my belief, not saying it, it's a fact, is that we're here to just like struggle. This earth is really about struggling. The circle of life is very sad. Nature is really sad. Volcanoes, hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis. We have an aquarium downstairs full of different fish. You guys saw, which one was it? My grilled cheese mukbang. I showed you in the beginning of the fish attacking each other. They were like locking each other by the lips and shaking and pushing each other. The fish are fighting. They're not happy. They have food, they have water, they have peace. They have a beautiful home and they're fighting. Look at the dogs outside, the stray dogs. They're fighting, they're suffering. You look at wolves in the wild. They're fighting, they're suffering. You look at the housewives with all the money in the world, beautiful cars, lavish vacations, private jets around the world, nice cars, beautiful mansions, little pool and everything, and they are fighting, they are suffering. You look at people on the polar opposite end of the spectrum that live in a cardboard box. You know where I live? I am lucky, sometimes I do complain about, it looks like a prison, it's full of bricks, the roof is, is just tin. But I am blessed compared to some of my neighbors who literally live in like a tent or a box. And guess what? When you take all the materials, people say, oh, people get crazy and they get sad because they're too materialistic. That's why this whole minimalism thing's going around, which I think is just, it's just this quest for finding perfect life, perfect diet, perfect peace, being happier, and you're never going to find it, ever. Because the people in the cardboard box and the tents are still suffering. They're still fighting. Just like every other creature on earth. So that's what I think. And I'm just kind of sitting here on my chair. Hi, from my plastic chair. I'm sitting in the mukbang room and I decided to make this video just to show you my mind, my life, my thoughts. I hope that you guys have a really good day. I hope that while you're suffering, while you're fighting, you cherish the moments when you're not, okay? Because that's kind of how life goes. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Last week I was so sad. Orlin was so sad. Last week, Orlin did not want to live. And, the fact that I saw it, it's like this haunting, it's like this, I don't want to say PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, but it's very, when you witness something like that, it's very scary. That was last week. And besides this moment, for the most part, this week, not last week, has been good. It's been happy. Oh wait, no, that happened like 2 weeks ago. A week for you. I put the video out about it. It's been over, I think it's been 7 days now. You guys, I don't remember. The past, the future, the present. So, life is not stagnant. You're happy at work, you're sad at work. You're doing well in school, then you get a D- on your test, even though you worked so hard and studying, and say, why? I worked hard, I studied. How can I go from an A to a D? How can I go from healthy weight to overweight? How can I get a double chin? All about this double chin. How?